Hello everyone, it's me, ItzJhief here, and today we've got some very mysterious and also intriguing news to go over. This is an official Minecraft staff response to the recent community backlash about a new feature which Mojangs did recently introduce, or I should say Microsoft did introduce. In this video we're going to be talking all about it, everyone, so be sure to let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Drop the video a like to hopefully help make a change, and let's dive right into it. So if you saw my previous video, I was actually talking about some recent community backlash and how the community is actually furious with something Microsoft did recently force into Minecraft, and that is the new report system and the chat monitoring and report system, just basically that whole thing. Now, the reason this did cause backlash, I just want to quickly talk about it so we can get to the response, is because this would basically mean that any player on any multiplayer realm or server, on Java Edition by the way, would now have the ability to select some specific text out the chat and then report that to a moderator, where then that player that got reported could potentially be banned from multiplayer forever, or for at least a long time. We're not really sure how the system fully works or how Mojangs intended it to be. Now, this obviously caused quite a bit of pushback, because imagine you're a younger Minecraft player and you're playing with your friends, right? Younger players, especially on Minecraft, are well known for getting into arguments, maybe having a disagreement and reporting each other. I remember this exact thing happening to me with my friends. Maybe we would break each other's house or something like that, and then people would get angry, and I assume that this kind of thing still happens till this day, where players report each other for silly reasons just to try and get back at each other, and that is why people are so frustrated. But not only because of that, but people felt like their privacy and their space was being invaded, and the reason is because usually multiplayer servers or realms would have their own ways of monitoring chat and reporting any bad people in the chat, but now Microsoft would have full control. Now, this comes after account migration, which happened sometime around the start of this year, where every Minecraft Java player had to switch from a Mojangs account to a Microsoft account. This basically gave Microsoft the power they needed to basically do this and to implement this change. Although on the surface it seems good, there's now officials over at Microsoft monitoring the chats and protecting everyone, it does sound like a bad thing. However, the community is extremely upset with this for the reasons I mentioned earlier. So now let's go to the official response. Mojangs did release this official article on Minecraft.net, and this is where things start to get a bit unusual. Correct me if I'm wrong and let me know some examples down below in the comments, but this article was actually published on the 30th of June 2022, and rather than saying the particular author of this article or who specifically wrote it or constructed it, it does just say written by staff. So I would assume that this is just kind of a basic generic response put together by a number of people and maybe looked at by management. So yeah, this is already a bit of a bad sign for some people, because this is not like a personal response from someone over at Mojangs. This is just like a pre-constructed article that has been put together by the staff as a whole. So let's take a look at some of the main points. It does say play chat reporting is a new feature coming to the 1.19.1 release of Minecraft Java Edition. The tool allows players to report inappropriate chat messages or dangerous behaviour to send reports to our Minecraft moderators for review. Obviously that is pretty much the basic summary of what this is and why this works. So yeah, there's some things further down. Let's talk about them, because it does answer quite a few questions. It says, no, we will not ban players just for swearing or profanity. The type of behaviour that will get someone suspended or banned for is and then it goes on down the list, naming a bunch of things you can get banned for. Obviously I'll put a link to this in the description if you want to read it for yourself. But yeah, there was a lot of concern about this, if you could get banned for just saying a few silly words, but it does not seem like that's the case. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like Mojang did change this. I believe previously there was an option to report for these things, but it seems like Mojang may now have changed that or gone back on that. So it says, does this affect private servers? Yes, chat reporting will function for players who join servers of any size, including private servers. We recognize that the private servers function independently from Mojang Studios and may use that independence to create remarkable Minecraft innovations that enrich the community, but it has always been the case that Minecraft servers of any scale must follow the rules described in the EULA. And then it goes on, but yeah, let's go down. It says, is my online chat being monitored? No, we do not monitor traffic or chat on private Java servers, but players can still use a reporting tool when they see actions that break our community standards and feel that Mojang Studios needs to step in. So this is kind of, it makes a bit of sense, but let me break it down real quick. So what Mojang is saying here is they will not be like monitoring every chat 24/7. They will not just be sat there and watching the messages go by. How this works is a message has to be reported to basically give Mojang permission to look at that specific message, but they've said in the past that they will take into context the situation or the scenario. So this is kind of good because it's pretty much saying that they will not be looking at the entire chats. But how can Mojang look at the context of the situation if they do not have access to the full chats? Like, I believe that Mojang is trying to kind of put people at ease by saying they're not going to be watching the entire chats, but at the same time this is kind of scary at the same time, because how can they get the context of the chats and the situations if they do not have like context to why people are saying things? So that's definitely quite weird. Are you using bots to moderate my chat? No, we're not using chat moderation bots that alter or delete chat on private Java servers. We will be relying on players to report dangerous or inappropriate activity to Mojang Studios. So yeah, that does make sense there. This is the most important part. What if someone gets me banned unfairly? All player reports will be reviewed by a moderator to make sure the complaints is well founded, so that any suspensions or bans that might result are fair. Our moderators are aware of the kind of things that happen in Minecraft and the possibilities of misinterpretation. For example, chat messages that relate to combat or other in-game situations. And moderators understand chat messages can have different meanings depending on the situation and consider the context when reviewing reports. And moderators also follow the same strict privacy procedures that Mojang Studios follows to protect the privacy of information contained in chat reports. If you feel that you've been banned unjustly, you may submit an appeal. So that's kind of good there, that there's an appeal where you can go against this if you do feel you've been unjustly banned, but this still leaves quite a few questions to be answered. How exactly will this work, and what are the specific things that can get players banned? And as we mentioned earlier, if Mojang do not have access to the full chats, or they're not going to be watching the full chats, or will not have access to the entire thing, how can they get the context to better understand what is going on here? I'm just really curious to see how this will play out, and obviously I've saw people talking about this on Twitter, but private servers have specific members of staff that are trained and obviously experienced with online spaces and chats, and they can very easily figure out what is bannable and what is not. However, these experts, quote unquote, that Mojang are talking about, I'm not really sure if they will be experts or if they're just saying that and they're just going to get in some random people to monitor the chats and be done with it. But yeah, some people have been frustrated about this on Twitter, and obviously rightly so. I believe both halves of the argument. I think this is needed to protect online communities and to protect online players, especially younger players, but at the same time I do understand why players believe that Mojang and Microsoft should not have this level of access to private servers which are not even theirs to take control of. So let me know your thoughts about this down below in the comments, everyone. I know some people have definitely been very frustrated by this, and I understand that, but let me know your response and your personal thoughts down below in the comments. But thank you all so much for watching, everyone. It's been me, ItzJhief here. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.